All right, so we got some Zach LaVine news as well. The Sacramento Kings are not planning to sign Zach LaVine to a contract extension. He's contract eligible, but the Kings are going to be hesitant on giving him an extension. According to a report from The Athletic from Sam Amick, the Sacramento Kings are reportedly not planning to sign veteran wing Zach LaVine to a contract extension. LaVine is eligible for an extension this offseason, but the Kings prefer to pay a younger player who can be a long-term part of their picture. The Kings acquired 30-year-old LaVine from the Chicago Bulls in February as part of a three-team trade that was headlined by Sacramento sending De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs. Per Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, NBA executives are monitoring the Kings trio of LaVine, Sabonis, and DeRozan, and it's believed that at least one of them could be traded this offseason or prior to the 2025-26 NBA trade deadline. Now, let's face it. I think the Kings have came out and said that Sabonis, he is not going to be traded. He has not yet requested for a trade. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan has been linked to the trade rumors so far all season long, all off season, should I say? And with this news coming out, Zach LaVine is labeled as the main piece returning for the Kings in that De'Aaron Fox trade back in February. I think that Zach LaVine's 30 years old. He's in his prime. He's still got very good thread left on those tires, man. I think with this news coming out that is he going to be a King long term? I want to say yes. I think there's a good chance he will be a long-term King. But at the same time, anytime a new GM takes over in Scott Perry, and there's some history there between the two with Scott Perry coming out, making some harsh words for LaVine of when he was back before with the New York Knicks and when Zach LaVine was playing for the Wolves and Chicago Bulls. Really questions that if Scott Perry is committed long-term to Zach LaVine. That is going to be tricky. I mean, he's a good basketball player, make no mistake about it. But does Scott Perry want to give him a long-term extension or pay him moving forward? I think they're going to have a wait-and-see approach. Let's just play it out this upcoming season if LaVine is still on the team, and let's see where it goes from there. And if all goes well, then I think that good chance that the Kings could keep him long-term. Another possibility could be is that he doesn't fit Scott Perry's mold and vision, and the Kings could trade him. This could be that the Kings want to get off his books. He could be an expiring contract, and the Kings want to just get off from him and move forward and open up some cap space for next summer. I'm a big Zach LaVine guy. I'm a big Zach LaVine fan. I've always been a fan of his game. But I think sometimes when you have a regime change and knowing that this was the regime that Monty McNair and staff, former regime, that are no longer in the house anymore, this is a brand new regime, and this is what, if they decide, if this is what they want to do, then I can't say otherwise. You got to give this front office and this current regime a chance. I think it would be a mistake to give Zach LaVine that extension right now because it's a wait-and-see approach. It's just like, show me what you got. And, if Zach balls out with Doug Christie under a 4 year under his belt in Sac, then, yeah, the Kings will keep him around. The Kings will give him the contract that he wants, and the Kings will pay him. The Kings traded for Zach LaVine in his contract. So I don't think there's any doubt that the Kings would be willing to keep him around if he balls out and if the Kings are at where they want to be moving forward this upcoming season. But there's always a chance where, hey, you know what? Get what you can or prove your worth and show us what you got. And that's the case here with the new regime and Scott Perry wanting to wait to give him an extension. So with that being said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this news. Do I obviously want Zach LaVine to stick around? Yeah, Zach LaVine is the best shooting guard that the Sacramento Kings have had since Mitch Richmond in Sacramento. Really good basketball player. I think he has a lot of thread on those tires ahead. 30 years old, just turned 30 this year. So I think you're getting a good, 4 or 5 years out of him. And I think that the Kings should consider, if he's a part of the plans, the Kings should consider keeping him long term after this upcoming season. So with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.